Good evening and welcome to this edition of the Evening News for today, Saturday, September 24th, 2022. I am Timothy Jaikran. Thank you for tuning in. In the headlines, government says diplomacy has so far failed in resolving Suriname fishing license impasse. Qualify yourself in different fields, JAGDEO urges FISHERFOK. Taxi driver killed in West Coast Berbice accident. ESSEQUIBO twin brothers attacked, one shot dead. And regional food fest spices up Main Street. Now for the news in detail. A two-vehicle collision on the West Coast Berbice public road early this morning has left one man dead and his motorcar completely destroyed. Andrew Carmichael was at the scene and filed this report.
The dead man has been identified as Salim Yusuf, 30, a taxi driver of Bennett Dam, West Coast, Berbice. CCTV footage captured does not detail much, but indicates that at least one vehicle was speeding. The impact caused both vehicles to veer off of the road onto the parapet. At the scene on Saturday morning, persons gave different versions of what may have transpired. However, police in a release said the accident occurred at around 4 hours 30 on the D. Edward Public Road involving motorcar PYY 3603 being driven by Colin Bino, a 33-year-old teacher of Kildonan Village, Quarantine, Berbice, and motorcar PTT 9357 driven by Yusuf. According to the police, Yusuf was proceeding in the western direction while Bino was proceeding east at a fast rate. Bino, the police said, lost control of the vehicle and collided into the right side of Yusuf's car. Yusuf was taken out of the wrecked car in an unconscious state by public-spirited persons and rushed to the Fort Wellington Hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. The accident occurred about 5 houses away from Yusuf's home. His sister-in-law said following the crash, he went to the scene and the former bus driver appeared to have already died.
We run, me and the other neighbor, I guess he was already dead because nobody didn't go and trouble him in the car. He neck did fall back for back and his foot was on the steering.
Somebody said he was in the back seat?
No, but the driver's seat, actually his neck was way down to the back.
Yusuf, who was living overseas before returning to Guyana recently, is said to be efficient in his business.
He work in taxi. Anytime you call him, he always come. If he can't make it, he will tell you wait, or he will send somebody for you, or how he operate. He
lived alone, or?
He lived presently, right now he living alone, but he and my sister was living together, but this last December my sister going on an island, but the two of them still get in contact. And
meanwhile, police say the driver of the speeding vehicle is in custody assisting with the ongoing investigation. Andrew Carmichael, The Evening News.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, in recounting the sequence of events from the time it got involved in attempting to resolve the fishing license impasse between Suriname and Guyana, has admitted that diplomacy has so far failed to resolve the issue. Here is Rupert Sinrine with the details.
The Guyana government has admitted that efforts at the diplomatic resolution of the Suriname fishing license impasse have so far failed. In a statement on Saturday, the Foreign Affairs Ministry recounted all the steps the government has taken so far. The matter was first raised at the presidential level in 2020 at the first convening of the Agriculture Working Group. According to the ministry, despite agreeing at that time to grant the licenses, this did not materialize. The ministry further noted that Guyana complied with all the requirements Suriname set out for granting the licenses. They explained that Guyana has not received formal or substantive communication from Suriname since January 2022. According to the Foreign Affairs Ministry, it is evident that diplomacy has so far not worked. However, Guyana remains committed to good neighborly relations with Suriname. Guyana has already said it will be bringing this matter before CARICOM since Suriname is also a member state. Moreover, Attorney General Anil Nandlal has also said that legal measures could be taken if necessary to get compensation for the fishing boats and equipment that Suriname had seized and subsequently sold. These remarks from government had resulted in Guyana's ambassador in Suriname, Keith George, being summoned recently to a meeting with Surinamese Foreign Minister Krishna Mathura on this very issue. Rupa Sinarine, The Evening News.
Meanwhile, persons in the fishing industry are being encouraged to qualify themselves in different fields. This advice came from Vice President Dr. Baroda JAGDEO, as over 800 fishermen in Region 5 each received the government's $150,000 one-off cash grant. Details in this report.
Vice President Dr. Bart JAGDEO was at the time addressing persons in the fishing industry at Onverwacht West Coast Berbice on Friday when the Agriculture Ministry distributed cash grants to fisher folks in Region 5. Back in May, President Dr. Irfan Ali had announced a $150,000 one-off cash grant for fishermen across the country to cushion the adverse effects of global changes, which, among other things, have seen a lowering catch and rising cost of living. Almost 10,000 persons have come forward to benefit from the grant. In Region 5, some 805 persons had qualified for the cash grants. According to the Vice President, fisher folks need to acquire a second skill. He said they can still continue fishing even with a new skill set.
We have a big shortage of carpenters in the country. You can't find a carpenter in Region 4. You can't find a carpenter, they $12,000, sometimes $10,000, $12,000 they demand a day. Plumbers, electricians, welders, we need a lot of welders. In a year you can be certified. Some places a certified welder can get $2,500 a month. That is the future. Those kinds of industries in the hospitality sector, in high-end agriculture. So you can't just go and fish because you'll be left behind if you only have that skill. You got to make some sacrifices if you want to make some progress. And I can assure you, once you're prepared to do that, we will be there to provide the programs, so your training will pay for them, so you can develop yourselves.
Meanwhile, speaking about the relief grant, the Vice President said it was just one way to assist the fishermen. The future, he noted, depends on them, and so the fishermen were urged to make the needed sacrifices.
You got to make a little bit of sacrifice, get involved in the programs that are there, get yourselves trained, get another skill, and then you can be marketable. You don't go to sea for a period, you work as a skilled carpenter. You may make more money there, or a plumber, or an electrician. And that sort of stability you need. You can't just rely on, as I said before, going out and not knowing what you will come back in, because there would always be tough times.
Reporting for the Evening News, Vanu Manakchand.
One man is now dead while his twin brother and another person have been injured after coming under gunfire at the hands of a father and son. Dead is 22-year-old Ray Wame Narine, a minor of Spring Garden, ESSEQUIBO Coast. His twin brother Ron Kem Narine and another minor 30-year-old Rakesh Chunilal of Goodbanen Land East, Kanji Berbice, were shot and injured while fleeing from the shooters. The incident occurred on Thursday at Sandhill Landing, Cayoni River, Region 7, between 23:30 and midnight. Reports are that the twin brothers were at a shop in Sandhill Landing when the suspects, a father and son from Pearl Village, East Bank, Demerara, rode up on a motorcycle. The surviving brother, Ron, said he recognized the son as the person from whom he had confiscated a firearm and ammunition days before and handed them over to the police. According to Ron, the suspects, both armed with handguns, walked towards him and his brother and started to discharge several rounds in their direction. The gunshots continued as they scattered to seek refuge. The young man recalled seeing his brother collapsing on the roadway as he ran to hide in some bushes, where he stayed for about 2 hours. Ron said that upon returning to the landing, he found his twin brother lying motionless on the road, with 2 suspected gunshot wounds to his chest, as well as lacerations to his abdomen, shoulder, and right arm. He contacted the police and reported the matter, and upon further investigating the incident, it was discovered that Chunilal, who was a customer at another shop nearby, had also been shot in his lower abdomen while taking cover from the gunfire. He had collapsed after being shot and was taken to the Bartica Regional Hospital by public-spirited persons. Chunilal was since being transferred to the Georgian Public Hospital, where he underwent an emergency surgery. His condition is regarded as serious but stable. Meanwhile, the police have said that several persons have been interviewed about the incident and useful information has been obtained. The police are now on the hunt for the 2 suspects. Coming up on the other side of the break, Regional Food Fest spices up Main Street. Please stay tuned.
offers great patient care that is tailored for my entire family.
At Optique, a wide selection of affordable optical frames and optical services are available to fit your budget.
At Optique, my family is provided with comprehensive eye examination and access to the ophthalmology services, all under one roof.
Optique takes pride in delivering exceptional customer service and a unique experience to you, our customers.
Optique Vision Care is a company that is Guyanese born and grown that will help you take care of your precious eyes.
Looking to bring your dream home to reality? Or simply taking on a home improvement project? Then National Hardware Limited is where you should start. Let us put that touch to your home. Choose from over 1,000 Berger Paint original hues for any surface. We are known for our trusted brands such as Westinghouse, Philips, Sadco, Rubbermaid, Pyrex, Gibson Home and so much more. National Hardware Limited, your do-it-best store. Located in downtown Georgetown and industrial site Rhymeville.
The biggest party in sport is back for the 10th year of CPL.
Let's rock and roll, gentlemen. That is magnificent.
CPL will be bigger, better and louder than ever. With more sixes, more entertainment and more of the world's best players.
That is simply sensational. Oh, yes.
Get your tickets now at cplt20.com or at the box office. Join the party. Experience cricket played louder.
Optique offers great patient care that is tailored for my entire family.
At Optique, a wide selection of affordable optical frames and optical services are available to fit your budget.
At Optique, my family is provided with comprehensive eye examination and access to the ophthalmology services, all under one roof.
Optique takes pride in delivering exceptional customer service and a unique experience to you, our customers.
Optique Vision Care is a company that is Guyanese born and grown that will help you take care of your precious eyes.
Welcome back. You're watching the evening news. The Clerical and Commercial Workers Union and Bank of Baroda Inc. on Friday signed a 3-year agreement that would see workers receiving a wage increase of 24.86% during this period. Here are the details.
The signing was facilitated between the two parties at the Labor Ministry and spearheaded by Chief Labor Officer Daneshwar Deonarayan. Apart from the raise in salaries, allowances will account for 24.56% of the increase.
We see this agreement very historic, and it comes with both a salary and the allowance on a monthly basis, and other than that, not every time your anniversary date comes around, you get an increment above 10% without going through appraisal system.
Other than these improvements, the union president said they also intend to engage the management on grave areas of concerns which were observed.
I believe this is a very satisfactory offer or very satisfactory enhancement, and this is for 3 years from the January this year to December 24. But the arrear will be paid from the retrospective from the January. And in this I see there be some allowances, housing allowances, new allowances, and all other allowances are almost increased, and approximately 25% growth is there in the total salary from the month-on-month basis. And apart from this, there are other benefits also we have passed on to the staff or say our employees. In their housing, in their loan segment, we have given minimum 25 to 30% rate of interest reduction.
Moreover, employees will get a percentage reduction on interest for loans. The Bank of Baroda Guyana Inc. was one of the earliest overseas financial institutions to open a branch here. It was established in Georgetown on March 31st, 1966. Then in 1999, the overseas branch in Guyana was converted to a wholly owned subsidiary of the Bank of Baroda.
Police are investigating the death of Omar Oselmo, a 37-year-old miner of Northwest District, who died after the sand wall of a mining pit collapsed on him. The incident occurred at about 18 hours on Thursday at Sandhill Back Dam, Cayuni River, Region 7. While police ranks visited the scene, the body was seen in an old dugout pit next to a wall of sand which appeared to have collapsed. Inquiries revealed that Oselmo had been employed by a mining operation at Sandhill Back Dam. On the day in question, Oselmo had gone into the work ground to punt when the walls of the pit suddenly caved in and buried him. His co-workers heard a scream and rushed to the pit but did not see him. As a result, they began digging and later found Oselmo motionless beneath the sand. Oselmo was removed from the pit and the police were notified. Oselmo was later escorted to the Bartica Regional Hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival, and his body is now in the mortuary awaiting a post-mortem examination. Bites from different Caribbean countries matched with Guyana's smacking cuisine took Main Street by storm as the 3-day regional food festival recorded a massive success. The evening news visited the different booths today, where a selection of fusion and traditional dishes was the highlight. Rupa Sinarang joins us again with more.
Despite a rainy start, persons came out in their numbers to support the Cricket Carnival's regional food festival, which is on for the weekend. Apart from local dishes, Cuban, Surinamese, Barbadian, and many other cuisines are attracting patrons.
Today, we prepare hamburger, hot dog, fish, and French fries, no? It's mix Cuban food and Guyanese food.
We're selling barbecue, pork, barbecue chicken, barbecue lamb, kebab, same thing. Pork, chicken, and lamb. Yes, I'm doing this here for years, and I only do it on special events because I like people tasting my special fingers.
We offer a wide variety of Indian cuisine. We have biryani, we have chicken tikka masala, we have lollipop chicken, we have Asian fusion as well. So we have fried rice, chow mein. If you come to the restaurant, you have a much wider variety of food and dishes to taste. People are truly happy to actually have that authentic Indian food. It's not something that they find very common in Guyana, and here you're having all that authentic spice in that food.
We have some lovely macaroni and cheese, we got seasoning rice, we got grilled pork, grilled chicken, and in the evening we will have fries to go with whatever meat you needed. I'm so happy to get this opportunity, right, to showcase my business, right? I normally do delivery from home, right? So this is a big thing for me.
This is Carol Stan, and as you guys can see, we have chicken curry, dog curry, we have some chicken burger, fish burger, along with some egg ball, potato ball, cassava ball. And for drinks, we have the local juice, cherry juice, water, and some color drink.
Tomorrow is the last day to catch the food festival. It will be opened from 12 p.m. Rupa Sinarayan, the evening news.
We will now take a look at the bridge reports.
The Demerara Harbour Bridge will be closed to vehicular traffic on Sunday, September the 25th, 2022 at 300 hours for a period of 1.5 hours. Meanwhile, the Berbice River Bridge is expected to be closed at 16:20 hours on Sunday, September the 25th, 2022, also for a period of 1.5 hours.
And now the local stock exchange market compliments of Gassi. 22-member team for South America Games. This and more coming up in the Sportscast, sponsored by Macor.
American-made Generac pressure washers from Sylvie's Variety Store gives you the power you need to blast away dirt and grime, providing the perfect cleaning power for any tough jobs around the house or business, from 2,500 to 4,000 PSI. So get the Generac pressure washer today with all the parts and accessories available from Sylvie's Variety Store.
Looking to bring your dream home to reality? Or simply taking on a home improvement project? Then National Hardware Limited is where you should start. Let us put that touch to your home. Choose from over 1,000 Berger Paint original hues for any surface. We are known for our trusted brands such as Westinghouse, Philips, Sadco, Rubbermaid, Pyrex, Gibson Home and so much more. National Hardware Limited, your do-it-best store. Located in downtown Georgetown and industrial site Rhymeville.
Superbet com certeza a sua melhor escolha. Com mais de 200 jogos online com Superbet, você aposta para ganhar. Cadastre-se hoje, tá esperando o quê? Basta acessar o www.superbet.gy, clicar em registrar e você já está apto a participar. Lembrando que o Superbet não é recomendado para menores de 18 anos.